It's Mike Edward here, head trader, True Trading Group. It's October 22nd. I know many of you may have missed me. I haven't made a video in a couple days. I had a couple of people that were sending me messages on Twitter about, hey, I'm waiting for YouTube videos, and some people that were sending me direct messages in chat during the day. And I haven't made videos in the last couple of days, and it's for a specific reason, guys. There's something that has happened recently that has not happened in a very long time for me. We've now had 2 days in the last like 4 trading days that I didn't make a single trade. It's Monday today. The market's still open. It's like 2 o'clock. I have not made a single trade yet today. And one day last week, I didn't make a trade. So the day last week when I didn't make a trade, that's the first time that I haven't made a trade in a long time, even though I was at my desk for a full trading day and I didn't make a trade. And now today, it's like another day where I didn't make a trade. It's just strange. This hasn't happened in a very long time. So I wanted to come on and kind of talk to you guys a little bit about it and why. Why have I not made trades today? Today was the only stocks that I saw that really made some decent moves with decent volume was the shippers, and I hate the shippers. Like Tops has good volume and was a good mover. It was choppy action in the morning, a lot of up down uncertainty, and it kind of just ended up grinding its way higher during lunchtime, and it's now since rolled back over, as you see on the chart. But I hate the shippers. I don't usually trade them. And what I saw today, guys, I was watching a lot of other stocks. I was watching like NETE. I was watching CLGN. I was watching, just a few of these other stocks. And, the volume was just terrible today. I mean, today was all about these like stocks that had no volume. Then all of a sudden, like a little bit of volume comes in. They make a quick little move, and then they just die out. And that's what today was all about. There was like 10 different stocks that I was watching that would like pop up on my scanner that made moves, but there just wasn't enough volume for me to get involved. There wasn't enough volume for me to trust the move. And the market kind of feels like ever since the overall markets had that big, panic sell-off correction the other week, things have really just slowed down across the board. Volume has been much lighter. Follow through is a lot harder to come by. We had a couple individual, like unique cases, like Yeko, PTI recently made really big moves and had really, all day follow through. But they're just more of like on a stock by stock individual basis. You're not seeing blanket follow through and strong volume across the entire small cap sector. And I don't see good range and good volatility in the mid caps. So because of this, I'm sitting here and I'm just sitting on my hands and I'm being disciplined and I'm just not trading. I want to trade. Guys, believe me, I want to trade. I hate sitting at my desk and just not doing anything. But sometimes you have to, you have to show that discipline. You have to show that self-discipline to not overtrade, to not force anything. Because, on a day like today where I didn't make a trade, and like the day last week when I didn't make a trade, if I forced it, I probably would have lost money because it just wasn't anything that I had real strong conviction on. And if I don't have strong conviction on something, there's probably a reason for it. And when it comes to that, I just have to trust myself that if I don't have that conviction, then maybe it's for good reason, and don't pull the trigger and just kind of trust myself, trust my analysis, trust my gut feeling, because that's kind of the market that we've been in. Last week was tough. Last week was a tough week for me. I couldn't really get anything going last week. I had a couple of red days in there last week. I had the one day that I didn't trade at all. So it was kind of a funky week for me last week, and I started to notice that I was like kind of fighting. And then now here we are today on Monday, and I said I'm really going to be patient. I'm going to wait for conviction, and I didn't get any all morning. I didn't get any conviction in anything that I was looking at. My early watch list stocks that I was paying attention to off the bell completely fell apart. They didn't hold support levels at all. They just completely sold off their gap ups. And I haven't made a trade. So I'm still here, guys. a couple of people were asking like where I've been, where my video has been, but I'm still here. I just don't see much to talk about. Okay. And sometimes, when I talk to our members in True Trading Group, I tell them all the time, sometimes the best trade, guys, is no trade at all. And that's how it's been for me the last couple of days. Um, I'm definitely in like first, second gear. Even when I do see something that I like, I'm not pedal to the metal. I'm first, second gear until I start to see volume pick back up and start to see a little bit better action in the overall market. It seems like the market in whole or as a whole is just sluggish. It's just sluggish. We have a really hard time bouncing after that panic sell off from the other week. We've got earnings upon earnings that have been coming out. This is actually a really busy week for earnings. This is a very important week. But starting to see some earnings, stocks gap up on earnings. They get sold into. So that's kind of where we're at, guys. So I want to just come on, spend a couple minutes, talk to you about some self-discipline. And if you don't have conviction right now, okay, there's probably good reason for it. And at some point, you just have to trust yourself and trust your analysis. And if you're not comfortable, don't place the trade. Because if you're not comfortable in a trade, guys, your emotions are gonna get in the way. When you trade with your emotions, you make mistakes. When you make mistakes, you lose money. So you can't have that doubt when you're going into a trade. If you don't have conviction, if it's not an A+ setup, just wait. More opportunities will present themselves. If not today, then tomorrow. The market's always open another day. Okay, this is not the last and final day you're ever going to have to make money in the markets. So remember that. Don't force trades. Don't pressure yourself into making trades. Don't feel like, oh my God, well, every day I have to make a trade because I'm a trader. No, that's not true. I'm a trader. Okay, now I've gone 2 days in the last 4 that I didn't make a single trade. And it's probably for good reason. And it probably saved me a nice chunk of change. All right. So hopefully we get some better action. Sorry about that. Hopefully we get some better action tomorrow. Tomorrow is TTG Tuesday. Again, guys, I open up the True Trading Group chat room free to everyone tomorrow. Just go to the truetradinggroup.com. Click on the top right-hand corner of the homepage. You'll see a little link that says TTG Tuesday. Click on that, register, and that'll give you a link to come trade with me live tomorrow in our chat room for free. So hopefully we get some better action tomorrow. Hope to see a lot of you guys there. All right? Take it easy. See you in chat tomorrow.